Hello everyone, welcome to Soulful Repair. Thanks for joining us. Richard and I are pleased that you're here. We'll be doing a he said, she said style reading, and these are not sign dependent and they're also not time dependent. So it's a very intuitive reading and you're guided to it at the time when you're meant to view it. If you enjoy this reading, then please be sure to check out our Soulful Repair playlist here on the channel for more of these style readings. Now let's get started. Hello everyone, welcome to Soulful Repair. My name is Michelle.
My name is Richard.
Let's get started. A quick look at the oracles before we move to the reading. Knowledge, study, learning, education. And we also have, as part of the consciousness, dark thoughts. Now this may be you, it could be someone that you're dealing with. But there is a need to gain wisdom, knowledge, perhaps study. Something that needs to be gained here from going through a struggle, a time of darkness. When you look at this, there's a man here, and the man is going through this maze. It's confusing, with paths that lead to shadowy, unknown places. Shadows of the mind. So receiving this card upright is a warning about potential dark shadows within your inner and outer life. It could also be a time of being drawn into questionable activities, perhaps with unsavory people. So look closely at any new endeavors in your life and at the people with whom you are connecting at the moment. Investigate your choices, turn to your intuition, your knowledge, to determine if they truly honor you or if this is perhaps someone around you who isn't honoring you and is coming from a very dark kind of place. Now, Richard has pulled a card from the Energy Oracle.
It's patience in the upright, and it is a call to world patience, and also to an end to just considering one option, being open to other options, and having the patience to wait for those to reveal themselves.
Okay, so let's see where this goes. Either side can resonate, of course, so bear that in mind. And if you're cross-watching, this may be someone that you're dealing with. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles.
And I have Judgment in reverse.
So let's see. We'll cut these cards and we'll do a horseshoe reading. Start with the past energy, the present, the near future, advice, best path to follow, or rather the environment, what's happening around you, I should say, hopes and fears, and the outcome and the overall energy.
Okay, so past, present, near future, advice, environment, hopes and fears, outcome, and overall energy of this reading. Okay,
let's see. Right in the center, the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Knowledge. This is a card of study, of apprenticeship, and needing to know more, to gain more skills. So what I'm getting here right off the bat is that there may be a need to go back and do some further study, some further investigation to learn more about a situation or even a person.
Okay. Looking at the beginning the overall energy here, we've got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is about an offer that's coming forward, but the question with the Knight of Cups is this a sincere offer? The Knight of Cups is not really the knight you can trust. It can be a bit of flighty energy. Is that cup going to be offered and then taken back? I mean, on its face, it does look like it's a sincere offer at the beginning, but how's it going to be in the future?
Past energy, we've got the Seven of Cups, which is all about options, fantasy, and temptation. It's kind of like seven deadly sins, really, when you look at it. It's having many different vices. It's also, in amongst the vices, there's good mixed in. So here it's about choosing wisely, choosing something that is based in reality, trusting in your intuition to make the best choice. Oftentimes we don't, though. Oftentimes we go down this road where we're tempted by many different things. Some of them look really good on the surface and we say, oh yes, I think I want to go for that one, and it's only later that we discovered that it was leading us down this dark maze. I'm wondering if that isn't what's happened here, is that you've been tempted by something in the past,
or someone around you has, and it's led them down, or led you down into this dark maze where you've had to go to a difficult place. And it's as a result of not seeing things as they truly are. It's just kind of, well, Knight of Cups energy. It's kind of taking things at face value without really looking too deeply. Looking over here at past energy, we have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is about being able to make decisions to cut those things out of one's life that are no good for you anymore, but it be doing so on a rational basis and without the influence of negative emotion.
The current energy, wow. So here's this Devil. It seems like you're being faced with some kind of temptation here. I can't help but think that you've experienced something similar in the past. This is coming back around again. It could be the same person, but I also feel it could be something that is similar in nature, but a different individual or a different set of circumstances. This time, though, you're being asked to look at it in a different way. I do think that the first time you encountered someone like this, there was a lack of knowledge. Now you've gained knowledge, I feel, or you should have gained knowledge, I hope, by having this experience at some point in the past with some kind of toxic individual. May have been someone who was a questionable kind of character.
It could have been a narcissist.
It could have been a narcissist. And now you're being asked to look at this again. I can't help but feel that this is somebody different. But they're coming under the same guise, and you're really being asked to look at this with wisdom this time and discern whether or not this person is being true, or what's behind this person's energy.
Yeah, I see these two cards, the Devil and the Dark Thoughts card, as being very compatible here.
Very much linked. This person seems to be questionable in some fashion.
Shadowy. Okay, so let's look at over here. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is in the present energy, and this is, I get this as being a bit of scheming. That's what I'm picking up from this card, is scheming. Okay. So what I'm saying is that they've planted a seed and they're waiting to see if they can grow that seed to something that they want. But I get an air of malevolence around this card. I usually don't feel that way about the Seven of Pentacles, but for some reason I feel that this person has some sort of intent that might not be in the best interests of this person over here, or their higher interest.
Let's take a look in the future. We've got the Nine of Wands in reverse. So there's kind of a chink in the armor here. Somebody here has some kind of power. But the way that they're wielding this power, I can't help but think I'm sorry, I'm picking it up as like a sexual thing. Or an attraction. Something here where it's very much attracted to someone who we shouldn't be attracted to, and having weak boundaries.
Yeah, I get that as giving in to some sort of temptation.
Giving into some sort of temptation. I think that you've been around someone like this before, and hopefully have learned from the experience. You know, when we talk about knowledge, having gained that. But I can't help but think that somehow this is still there is still this attraction to a bad person, someone who is questionable, and it's like being attracted to the bad boys or something like that. And here's this chink in the armor where this person can somehow get in because of some kind of vulnerability. Now, it could just be that you're feeling bad about your circumstances, or you feel a sense of lack around you in terms of recognition. So it could be that you're feeling that people around you are not appreciating you, and that's leading to this vulnerability here, which allows for somebody else to come in who is toxic or unhealthy in some way.
Over here, we've got the Six of Swords in the future. I see this as being this person getting what they want and then moving on.
Okay, let's have a look and see what the advice is. The Six of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, I'm looking at this. Both of these cards seem to be about validation to me, but not receiving the validation. So I'm wondering if this isn't someone coming into you who is just seeking some kind of validation.
But the thing is, though, I can't help but wonder if this person is looking for validation and then doesn't end up getting it.
Yeah, it could be that.
So that's what we're seeing with this
fact
devil.
That they were not giving them what they want.
Yeah, often relationships are about both people getting validation, and both seeking it and both getting it, at least for a short time.
Yeah.
But the devil does have that sort of codependent energy about it. And it can obviously lead to those kinds of dark thoughts, right? All right, let's take a look at the advice over here. Yeah, we've got the Nine of Pentacles. The advice here for this person is to take care of themselves. It's a very selfish energy, actually. Usually I don't see the Nine of Pentacles as being a bad card, but in this instance I see it, along with this Seven of Pentacles, as being a little bit more malevolent energy, or at least malevolent to this person over here.
Yeah, good for that person, because I do think that there's a level of discernment.
Yes.
I think that when it comes to knowledge and wisdom, I think that this person has it in spades.
Well, and the thing is, though, they have the ability to be able to cut things out of their life and move on very, very quickly. To
see behind the mask, to see behind what appears to be a good thing. The devil comes to us in looking good. It dresses itself up in temptation. It can look really great. And you think, wow, this person is so wonderful, or is so good looking. It's usually coming under the guise of something that looks really good, but it's superficial energy. But there's a need to look beyond that, to look behind it, at what's driving the individual. And it seems to suggest that this individual is looking for some kind of recognition or validation that they're not receiving in their life, by normal means, by doing good deeds, by working towards some kind of goal or achievement.
A laudable goal.
A laudable goal. This just seems to be more about, sex or love. And meanwhile, there's this chink in the armor, or they're looking for a chink in the armor. But I'm wondering if they'll find it, because I think that with the Seven of Pentacles, this Queen of Swords energy around that is really being patient, taking the time to look at this person, to get to know them, and really discover and learn what is driving this individual. So not racing into something quickly or sexual quickly with this person, and keeping yourself a little bit distance, at arm's length, to observe, like a distant observer for a bit, just to see what they're up to.
Well, there's two ways of looking at it. This person could have good intentions, but I still get this air of malevolence about them.
Okay.
But they're planting a seed, and what they're looking for is validation. They're looking to see if they can get that validation, looking for the chink in the armor on that side, doing it fairly slowly and acting with patience in so doing. So the Six of Swords then can take on two meanings. Maybe they don't find a chink in the armor and they move on.
Yeah.
Move on to another victim.
Yeah.
Or this is simply they find out that this person's not for them, and then they move on.
Yeah. Let's have a look at what's happening around you. We've got the Hermit. Okay, so when we have the Hermit attached to the Devil, it is about gaining that wisdom, that knowledge, that understanding by going within. When we talk about motivations here, I feel that this is a lot to do with motivations, why we do the things we do, why we're dressing something up as something else. And it's this dark thoughts energy. I feel like there is a wise person here, and there's someone who has gone down this road before. They've seen it, they recognize the signs, and they're keeping themselves at a distance. I get distance here because they're aware of what this person wants from them. It's kind of like an energy drain or an energy vampire with this devil card. And knowing when to go towards someone and knowing when to withdraw. I get this person is withdrawing from this devil character because they know what's behind this person's motivations.
Okay. Oh, look at this. The Hermit over here as well. So maybe there's awareness on both sides here because both parties have knowledge about what's going on here. So somebody is wanting to tempt somebody to get some validation, and then somebody also knows that they're susceptible to being tempted as a source of validation. So, you know, there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of knowledge here on both sides.
Hopes and fears, we've got the Page of Wands. So yes, it tells me that you would like this to be something good. You would like this person to come in offering you something that is... I really do feel that there is playfulness behind this. It's coming in under the guise of something that looks really good. And you have this kind of adventurous spirit, this playfulness, this wanderlust, this sense of play here. But you're needing to trust your instincts and look at this further before getting involved with it, because it's kind of like running off with the devil. That's what I'm feeling.
All right, looking over here at Hopes and Fears.
Look at,
I can't believe this.
It's crazy, isn't it? It may even be the same person we're talking about here.
Wow. So, yeah, Page of Wands in exactly the same location, both in the upright.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And the outcome here is the Knight of Swords. You know, with this, it is about taking this action. It seems to me like somebody's coming in here. They're delivering news. They're delivering it to someone who has been down this road before. I do think that there is vulnerability around this other person. One of these individuals, though, seems to be chasing some kind of validation, is what I'm getting from Spirit, or going through some kind of dark maze here, dark thoughts, a dark period in their life, and that's why they're coming up here as the devil. I can't help but think that there's some kind of obsessive nature to this with the Seven of Cups. It seems to me like someone's been obsessed. They haven't felt like they have gotten recognition. They're looking for recognition from this obsession. They're seeing an opportunity and they're going for it. I feel like it's very much a situation that we're seeing here of someone who has been obsessed with somebody else for a long period of time, hasn't gotten anything from that person. It might have been years. And then all of a sudden something opens up here, an opportunity, and now this obsessed person seems to say, you know what, I'm going to go for this.
Okay. So let's look over here at the outcome. Interestingly, the Devil in reverse.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, so the situation that we're seeing here is we've got this person here who's somewhat obsessed, I think, with this person here. But funnily enough, this person's been biding their time. I think they feel like they can get something from this person as well. Some kind of validation.
Okay.
And that validation will end up making them feel better. I mean, this outcome here talks about their motivations.
Yeah, to be liberated, to be free of something.
The Knight of Cups, it can go one of two ways. It could be an offer made by this person, or it could be an offer made by this person here towards this person.
Right.
In any case, I don't think the situation is a very good one. This person, the motivations on both sides are very questionable, and actually, in my view, they really need a lot of clarification, and that's what we'll do in part 2.
Yeah, I get a strong sense that somebody here is needing to maintain a sense of independence. For some reason, I feel like this obsessed person is coming in, but they're bringing a lot of baggage with them. And I feel like there's somebody here who wants to be independent, a very strong individual, and they're needing to really think about this offer that's coming in, this invitation, before taking it, because it seems to come with baggage. I think that this person may be needy in some way or clingy, and I feel like there's an energy around this of the need to see beyond this individual. And
this person's needy, is what you're saying.
Well, yes, I feel like this person is needy. There's the one here that's been obsessed.
Yeah.
And they're coming in here, maybe making it appear that they want this person. They want this. I'm just going to call them the Queen of Swords, just for instance. But what's behind this action, which looks good on the surface, seems to be some kind of obsession and clinginess, and they're going through something in their life where they're going to need some kind of support. That's what I feel.
The other possibility here is that with this Queen of Swords here is that this person is an ex of this person here.
It could be that. Mm-hmm.
And this person chopped them out of their life in the past, and now they're looking at possibly letting them back in.
It could be that as well, but there's a real need to gain knowledge and understanding about what's behind this, because there seems to be somebody here who's in a dark place or has some kind of darkness around them, and they're bringing the darkness, whereas the other person really needs to look at this from a more of a balanced perspective.
You know, nothing really personifies patience as much as the Seven of Pentacles does it?
To take it slow and really look at this and really gain wisdom and understanding about what's behind this person and whether or not they truly honour you. You know, when I was talking about things that truly honour you, let's see, I was talking about that, yes. Turning to your intuition to determine if this choice truly honours you, if each endeavour truly resonates. So there's choices here, and of course the Seven of Cups is all about choice, and a need to look at this in the correct way, to really gain knowledge and get that microscope out and investigate these choices, and which ones are true and which ones aren't. Because I think that you've been down a similar road in the past, and you're being asked to make sure you don't go down and have to relearn something. I think you've already learned it, but you may have forgotten it. That may be this element here. You may have forgotten it. There may be a thing here, something where there's been some kind of exhaustion, something that you just feel so worn down by life at the moment that you have some kind of vulnerability around you where you could potentially attract someone who's not good for you. That's what I'm sensing. And with that other side there is an energy, though, of a need to take it slow. Look at this, see it for what it is, be patient, let this person show themselves or reveal themselves in some way, and hopefully there is this liberation of freedom and a gaining or a maintaining of independence, so that you don't get caught up in some kind of codependent energy or something here where someone's in yet another toxic relationship. That's what I'm sensing. So we'll see where this goes in part 2. I hope that you join us there. The link is below in the descriptions box, and that will be available on the Vimeo channel. If you prefer a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. We thank you very much for watching. If this one doesn't resonate, and it won't resonate with everyone, it can be vice versa, of course, or if you're cross-watching, someone could be acting this way towards you. If it may not resonate, of course, it's a general reading, so you can check out our Soulful Repair playlist for other readings that are done in this style. You may find your situation there, and those readings are done in, there's no sign or no time, so you can watch those whenever you're ready to watch them. So we're wishing you the best with this. We'll see you in part 2, or we'll speak to you again very soon.
Thank you. Goodbye and good luck.